Welcome to your daily dose of hope. I'm Phyllis Nichols, and I'm glad you're here. What do you think of when you hear the term self-care? Does a spa day come to mind? Or maybe you just think about time away from your everyday responsibilities. I don't know. Poet Audre Lorde says, caring for myself is not self-indulgence. It's self-preservation. And self-care isn't about bubble baths and scented candles, although those can be lovely. And if you enjoy them, that's great. But at its core, self-care is about giving yourself the capacity to keep going mentally, physically, emotionally, especially when life is hard or when you have a lot going on in your life. When we care for ourselves, we're protecting the part of us that still believes in what's possible. Hope requires energy. It requires clarity, and it requires the belief that tomorrow is worth working towards. And all of that's nearly impossible to sustain if we're running on empty and we're exhausted. Self-care and hopefulness, I think, are intertwined. When we have sleep and rest and quiet moments, it's much easier to see our challenges with fresh eyes. When we can say no to what drains us, it makes room for what inspires us. And when we intentionally make space for small pleasures, we create reasons to keep going. Hope isn't an abstract feeling. It's something that we practice. And self-care is one of the most practical and powerful ways to keep hope alive. So no, caring for yourself isn't selfish. It's how you stay in the fight for your dreams and your values and your future and the people that you care about. There's a few ways that you can make self-care a part of your everyday life, not something you just do every once in a while. So just truly identify what really restores you. Pay attention to the moments and the environments that leave you feeling calmer and lighter or more energized. Make a list so that you know what you can tap into when you need to. Schedule those moments like it matters. Put self-care on your calendar the same way you would a meeting or a deadline or a night out with a friend. Treat it as non-negotiable. Start small and be consistent. We can all begin with simple daily actions like a 10-minute walk or a short meditation, journaling or reading a good book. Your practice can become something sustainable, not some overwhelming task or some new thing to add to all the other stuff you've got to do in the course of your day. Hope and happiness exist even when things aren't perfect. We know that. So here's to a hopeful and helpful day ahead, full of the people and the things that make you feel cared for. This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.